Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Today is a Friday. Usually there's a live stream tonight. Fifth Friday, no live stream. I know, weird scheduling. So I was wondering what to talk about, and you know what? There's an article from Forbes, of all places. Could Elon Musk become the master of dungeon masters by buying Hasbro? This won't die. There's a possibility it's affecting Hasbro's stock price in a positive way. Major article on Enworld, assuming that if Elon bought Hasbro, he could tank the stock value by 80%, like he did Twitter. I mean, honestly, WotC is doing a good enough job tanking what should be a success. All right, 50th anniversary of D&D, 10 years of 5e. You're rebooting it as 5.5, which is totally compatible, yet not. Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't, because if it is, then why would you buy it? So it isn't, but then, yeah, the marketing is all screwed up. So, could Elon Musk become the master of Dungeon Masters by buying Hasbro? And it's an interesting article. Of course, we got a little pop up there for Black Friday. By the way, folks, if you want to go to Drive Through RPG, there's a link on the bottom of the screen. Tenkars-tavern.games / DTRPG. They have some doorbusters today. They have some PDFs, good games. When I say good games, because I actually have a few of them, but Warhammer 40k, Wrath of Glory, The Forbidden, Gods of the Forbidden North. This is a part of a sandbox campaign. This covers levels 1 through 5, normally 25, on sale for $4.99. I'm grabbing that. The Witcher RPG, I have already. The Walking Dead Universe RPG, I gave up on The Walking Dead back in season 4, so I don't know. Rivers of London, I will probably never run it, but I'm dying to read it. Heard only good things about it. That one is, I believe, $5.99. And I don't know, Exalted Third Edition, Essence Edition, uh, Storyteller System, White Wolf stuff initially, not my cup of tea. But again, some great deals, some great bargains, stuff to check out. I think you should. Um, Prices are damn good. So, and there's more stuff that's like 30% off, but this is the 80% knock your socks off type of stuff. So, Elon Musk has a reputation for disrupting industries. Yes, he does. When you're one of the richest people in the world, or maybe the richest person in the world, all it takes is a few words to get people to notice a company. That's what recently happened when Musk mentioned tabletop role playing game Dungeons and Dragons and its parent company, Hasbro. It's funny how for years Hasbro didn't want to even be associated with D&D, but now it does. That's something to think about. Wizards of the Coast released the making of original D&D in 1970, 1977, as part of 50th anniversary celebration of the game this year. That was back in May. Already, it's knocked 50% off the cover price if you go to Amazon. I mean, seriously. And it's a good book, except for the disclaimer that did not need to be there. Or if you're going to put it there, your two choices. Yeah, you make it a lot shorter and just say, hey, listen, this was a product of its time. And if anybody's offended, we apologize. Or you go and say, hey, this exactly here and this exactly there. But they kind of did some in between thing and started throwing shit at the middle aged white male gamers of the time. Where barely any women were playing because it was based on war games. And at that time, many women were not really involved in the military. It just, it's one of those things. more women do needlepoint and knitting than men do. More men, especially back then, were playing role playing games. Hey, listen, there are those that don't fit the norm. That's the whole reason why there's a norm, and then there are those that don't fit the norm. But you don't need to paint with a wide brush and effectively slander everybody. But I digress. The opening foreword of the book points out that some of the content might be objectionable to some modern audiences. It goes on a bit beyond that, but yeah, this section triggered heavy debate on social media. Some readers appreciated the disclosure, while others felt the introduction disrespected Gary Gygax. I think that what disrespected everybody playing the game or involved in the creation of the game at that time. Okay, hey, listen, Gary was far from perfect, but he was also a product of his time, and we have to acknowledge. We can acknowledge that with other cultures, right? We say with about other cultures, whatever it is. Well, yeah, but that's another culture. You have to respect other cultures. There's a culture of America 50 years ago. That doesn't carry over. But I digress. So back to the article. The book was offered on a heavy discount as an early Amazon Black Friday deal. It's actually a lightning deal, and now it's a black. I don't know. It's still 50 off. And Grums made a comment that caught Elon's eye. Nobody gets to trash Gary Gygax and the geniuses who created Dungeons and Dragons. What the fuck is wrong with Hasbro and WotC? May they burn in hell. Now that was from the 22nd. So that was actually a week ago today. Man, that week really went by fast, didn't it? The most recent edition has taken steps away from some of the opinions and design choices made by Gygax in his version of the game. So now 2024, same edition as 2014, so they claim. Races turned into species. Well, that's fine, and you don't have to change your terminology if you don't want to. But for the book, that's fine. Detach character statistics from the aspect of characters and moved it to their backgrounds. Hmm. And of course, they did a lot more than that. The art shows it, but they claim that this is the fastest selling D&D book uh, in the history of the game. Okay, discussions continue to simmer over the past week. And they go on here whether it was Gary was to be revered, or somebody was put or somebody to be put in the dustbin of history. Um, I don't even think it's a complicated legacy. It's a legacy based upon the time that it was. My YouTube has been showing me clips from like the various Dirty Harry movies. They would never fly these days, at all. But for the time that they were in, these were your top selling movies. These were blockbusters. Now, are we going to say that everybody who watched those movies back then was a racist, misogynist, whateverist? I don't know. Probably. Now, on Wednesday, November 27th, Musk replied to a post in a way that caused the industry to wonder if he was turning his disruptive ways toward Hasbro. How much is Hasbro? That was yesterday, nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, these are some numbers. Hasbro reported 4.32 in revenue last year. It has 3.99, essentially $4 billion in reported debt. Shares traded as high as 73.46 and as low as 45.87. Will Elon Musk buy Hasbro? Hasbro seems like a much cheaper purchase than X, Twitter, he bought for about 44 billion. The toy company has struggled in recent years due to sluggish toy and collectible market. Wizards of the Coast, WotC has proven to be a bright spot for the company thanks to a resurgent D&D and their wildly popular and profitable Magic the Gathering. I've heard that Magic the Gathering is essentially the fool's gold turned into real, turned into gold. Musk has a or Musk has a lot on his plate running multiple companies like X, Neuralink, Tesla, and SpaceX. And I'm hearing that he's working. on again. I guess it was Grok. Now I don't know what it's called. The AI. Well, I've heard that I've seen people theorize this either online or in direct communications with me that there's a synergy to Elon picking up Hasbro, or at least WotC, but even Hasbro, is that it's all this information, all this IP that can now be used to feed his AI company, and also he's trying to make a video game company, make video games that aren't sucky, and all this IP could be put into that because the video game company apparently is going to rely heavily on AI. Now, Hasbro may be too small for his attention, or it could become a hobby unto itself. Time will tell. Wherever he goes, disruption follows in his wake. Well, that's true with a lot of people that have influence, right? So, again, I'm expecting another insightful article the next day or two. Maybe Monday. But it's an interesting time. I haven't seen this much talk about D&D. Certainly not because of the anniversary, not since the OGL. And I haven't seen people get this worked up since the OGL fiasco 2 years ago. Oh my God. Think about that. The last time we had shit like this affecting our corner of the universe, our hobby, was the OGL fiasco. Well, I wonder something there. Let me know what you think, folks. Like, subscribe, comment. You know the thing. Um, it's too early for me to, but he's gonna have to overpay for it. That's what it's gonna come down to. He's gonna have to overpay for it. And if he makes a legitimate offer, Hasbro's gonna have to take it. Right? They gotta take the offer if it's the most profitable offer for their stockholders. Because remember, Hasbro slash WotC, they're not publishing games that you want to necessarily buy or products that you want to buy. They're making the ones that will make the most profit, that will put money in their shareholders' bank accounts. That's what it comes down to. You are just a means to an end. So I'm not saying that Elon taking control would be any better from my perspective. I don't know if it could be much worse, but again, let me know what you think. Live stream tomorrow night. It will be Saturday. We will have Gamers Health. Rach and I don't know the topic just yet, but as always, be safe, be well. God, those dice rolling well. Again, links on the bottom of the screen. Please feel free to use them. It's how you support this channel. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night.